Have you ever wanted to run a code without servers? Yeah, there is something which will do for you. That's AWS Lambda. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sushwanth Perumalla. Just to give a brief intro about AWS Lambda, let's start the session. AWS Lambda is also known as a developer's best friend. Not a normal developer, but a lazy developer because it actually it's actually based on a serverless computing service from the AWS. This means you don't need to manage servers, just upload your code and AWS runs it for you when you need it. For an instance, say, let's think of an example. Just think of a building machine where you just press a button and it gives what exactly you want. This is how the AWS Lambda actually work. We're moving to the next one where it actually work. AWS Lambda is a serverless computing device, serverless computing action work executes on your demand and it's event driven. If you think of an example, imagine you own a pizza center or a pizza corner where you hire a chef when you actually need him and remove when and he doesn't come to the work when he doesn't have work. This is how actually Lambda work. You will just pay for them when they come and you will not pay again when it is not needed. Uses of AWS Lambda, it automates tasks, processes images, works on notification, and clears the data. Lambda is great for automated tasks such as resizing image automatically. It automatically replies to your mails, processing IoT sensor data. If your task doesn't need to run all the time, Lambda is perfect solution for it. Let's have a fun example. Imagine a smart alarm clock. It orders coffee for you the moment you wake up. Instead of keeping a barista or someone as a client or a worker uh, awake all night, the coffee shop only gets notified when your alarm rings. That's exactly how AWS Lambda works. It runs when it's triggered. Moving to the how it triggers, AWS Lambda actually it listens for your events like S3 events, where S3 stands for Simple Storage Service. S3 runs when the file is uploaded, right? And DynamoDB, it runs when data is added. While we come about API Gateway, runs when someone visits the website. Think of like a butler waiting for the doorbell. When something happens, Lambda just comes into the action and pays for it. While we talk about the pricing of the Lambda, it's quite cheap. It doesn't take any running cost. It only takes for the code which actually it runs. For instance, no running cost. You only pay for the function it runs. It's like paying for a taxi instead of buying a car. No maintenance. Just pay for it and ride for it. Save traffic funds because you don't pay for it. AWS Lambda, as well, everything has limitations. AWS Lambda also have many limitations. Lambda has few rules to keep things efficient. Max execution time 15 minutes, where memory limit is 128 MB to 10 GB, which is quite so. It's great for quick tasks, but don't expect it to train on the huge AI models. Deploying to AWS Lambda, it basically have three steps. Upload your code in any language. It doesn't have any language barrier. It supports Python, Node, Java, and etc. etc. Choose an event trigger because select when the code runs, deploy and watch. It's as easy as setting up smart home gadgets. Just plug, set, and forget. For an instance, let's have an example of an imaginary tree or taking a plant as an example. Imagine a smart plant that takes you when it needs water using an IoT moisture sensor, AWS Lambda, and Twilio API, which is another type of function like Lambda. We can make this happen. The plant only triggers Lambda when it's Thursday, which means it saves time and saves the senses the atmosphere. While coming to the end of the session, let's wrap up and revise what we actually taught in the session. It's no servers too much, only pay when it runs, perfect for the automation and event-driven tasks. If you want to build cool projects without worrying about servers, AWS Lambda is only best friend for you. As I discussed before, AWS Lambda is best friend for the lazy people. Right now, go out there and automate your world. Thank you for watching and press subscribe button. Bye.